Exactly who knew that the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader, was actually the fallen Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker? This is something that Vader didn't allow most people to know, and would even kill someone if they somehow found out this critical piece of information, or even if they saw his face when his helmet was removed. The list of those who knew his secret may vary depending whether we're talking about legends or canon, but we have managed to compile a list of those who knew Vader's biggest secret. Starting with two of the most obvious individuals, that being Obi-Wan Kenobi and Palpatine. Palpatine, of course, being the one responsible for turning Anakin to the dark side, as well as bestowing upon him the title of Darth Vader in the first place. Obi-Wan would of course hear this name when he saw the holo recording of Anakin pledging his allegiance to Sidious and being given the name in that moment. In canon, Obi-Wan would find out that Anakin was alive after their battle on Mustafar 10 years later, thanks to the Inquisitor Reva, who informs him of this information as she is hunting him. In Legends, Obi-Wan finds out only a few months into his exile on Tatooine, as he sits in a cantina and hears the name of Vader through the HoloNet as a being murdering Wookiees on Kashyyyk. Later, in communing with his late master Qui-Gon Jinn, Qui-Gon confirms to Obi-Wan that Vader and Anakin are indeed one and the same. Anakin's own son Luke obviously rather famously found out Vader's identity when Vader confessed to Luke to be his father, which is of course something that Luke's sister Leia would find out eventually as well, along with Han Solo, even though they obviously didn't know Anakin as his past self. Next up, we have Ahsoka Tano, Anakin's former apprentice, who would leave the Jedi Order after being blamed for a crime she didn't commit, until finally being reunited with her friend and master shortly before his downfall. Her next time seeing Anakin in person after Order 66 and the Jedi Purge, he would be in the black-clad armor of Darth Vader as they were engaged in a duel on the planet Malachor, though before this moment she would also suspect, as well as sense, that Vader could very well be her former master, still somehow alive after all this time. During their battle, she would damage Vader's mask and see the yellow Sith eyes of Anakin. Yoda would of course know this information as well, as he saw the same holo recording that Obi-Wan did, so while he did know that Anakin was given the title Darth Vader, how and when he found out he survived Mustafar is another question. Bail Organa was also present during the events of Anakin's turn, as well as becoming the adopted father of Anakin and Padme's daughter, so he would have known this information. However, in canon, it seems the only way that Bail would know that Anakin survived Mustafar and became the cybernetic Vader would be if Obi-Wan himself told him after he learned the information from Reva. And that will bring us to Reva, who, as we saw, put this information together as she was a youngling at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, whom the newly appointed Vader would try to kill during the Jedi Purge. She would of course survive and become an Inquisitor in an attempt to get close to Vader and kill him to take her revenge. Moving on, we'll now discuss Grand Moff Tarkin, who used his brilliant mind to deduce that Darth Vader was none other than Anakin Skywalker, who he was familiar with and even recognized the lightsaber technique as well as the strategy of Vader being similar to that of the Jedi Knight. He, however, never voiced his suspicions and kept them to himself. Darth Maul spoke to Ahsoka about Sidious's plan to turn and use Anakin, which Ahsoka didn't believe and would then challenge Maul. Years later, upon seeing the intimidating form of Vader, Maul very well may have known that this man who served the Emperor was the former Jedi he knew was being groomed for the part all those years ago. As we mentioned in a previous video, Jedi archivist Jocasta Nu discovered that Anakin and Vader were the same as well. She found out this bit of information when a medical droid performed a scan on the Sith, and Vader would eventually kill her as well as a group of clone troopers that she divulged the information to. On one of the occasions where Baylan Skoll and Ahsoka were conversing, Baylan makes it clear that he knew about the fall of Anakin and the destruction and death that followed. It's possible that he could have been aware that he survived Mustafar and continued to serve the Empire in the years after. While there may be a couple of others or so here and there who knew Vader's secret, we're going to end our list with none other than Grand Admiral Thrawn. Having encountered Anakin during the Clone Wars, similar to Tarkin, Thrawn was able to deduce that the Sith was the former Jedi Knight, recognizing Vader's tactical style, reactions to certain situations, and even recognizing Vader's speech pattern as being similar to that of Anakin's. He too, however, wisely keeps quiet about his knowledge of the truth. And there you have it, some of the names who knew that Anakin Skywalker would become one of the most terrifying beings in the galaxy, one who would take countless lives and cause terror and destruction in his path. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, may the Force be with you.